Are seizures common in the breed?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a big like health and welfare research project going on where they're taking blood samples to try to find a marker for epilepsy, genetic epilepsy, because I mean epilepsy and seizures can be caused by anything. And that's the big problem is a lot of short hairs will get them and they'll be like, oh, well, it's from their flea and tick meds. It's like, okay, well, I also gave mine flea and tick meds for the first 3 years of their life and they didn't have them.
Yeah.
But one of ours did. I pulled him off and was like, yeah, well, we're just not going to use these anymore, but I'm still not breeding. You know, you're still not going to breed them because if the seizures don't stop after you pull them off the medicine, it's not because of the medicine.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. Yeah. So yeah, it is pretty common. It's a big issue and it's like, it's all over the breed. It's not one dog. It's not one line. It's people will try to point fingers at like, oh, it's this dog's fault or this breeder's fault. It's not. It's in so many breeds, you wouldn't even realize it's actually a huge problem.
Yeah, it is in a lot of breeds, like the Springer Spaniels, the Cocker Spaniels,
Vizslas, Border Collies,
yeah,
Siberians. I mean, it's everywhere. I wish because it was so prominent in so many breeds that we could figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other health issues do they face and what kind of health testing? I saw you do a lot of different health testing.
Yeah, well, I do what's required. And then with like Pickle, I think I just did, I did like a full genetic panel on quite a few of them. And so I posted a lot of extras that we don't have to do, like dilute. It sounds silly testing short hairs for dilute coloring, but there's actually lines that have dilute coloring and they've had litters that come out like spotted Wimes. And you're like, oh my gosh. And you would be shocked the amount of dogs that are still out there that carry it. So you still have to, I was like, well, I'll always test my girls in case I do decide to breed to those lines that carry it.
Mm-hmm.
Hips and elbows are a big one. We started testing for elbows in the last 20 years, I think. I'm so new that I'm still learning exactly when we started putting everything in, but I think they added elbows as a requirement in the last, decade or two because it was such an issue and because it wasn't a required test. People, I think, were breeding it and not realizing it as much. So there's a big issue with elbow dysplasia. And there's cone degeneration too, and day blindness, and lots of eye issues. So many like different ones, and so we test for all of that. But I mean, you can probably see like everything is kind of you take it with context. Like Pickle, you can see on her health testing, she has cataract. Well, she had an injury, and my vet made a note that on there that says it's suspect not inherited. Because at 4 months old, Pickle had this huge eye injury. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I'm going to breed her, but like, I'm supposed to show this dog, save her eye, please. And then when it came time to get her eyes tested, I went right back to the doctor or vet that did her surgery. And I was like, I'm going to need you to make a note that she had a trauma.
What did she do? How'd she do that?
She got swatted by a barn cat. So bad. I mean, she was on a leash and I was like, no. And I like pulled her back to me, but the cat came across the barn aisle at her. And like, I did not work my dog back fast enough. And Pickle like, screamed and she was like, oh, and I thought she was just scared.
Yeah.
So I like checked her and she was just kind of, she was being really tough. And then I like sat there and like, waited till she calmed down. And I looked at her and I was like, okay, she's not opening her eye. I'm going to go to the vet.
Yeah.
And, I thankfully knew a really good eye surgeon. I went to my regular vet because it was the closest. And they were like, oh, we can give you meds for this. And I said, oh no, I need you to write a referral to this doctor. I want to go get surgery on it right now. And they're like, good. Yes, we will do that. I was like, time is of the essence. Let's fix this puppy's eye.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Katie. I know you too. Some of the comments popping up. Yes, poor Pickle. Well, if you knew Pickle, she can handle it. She's literally the toughest dog I've ever seen.
Aw. What is hypercosuria? It was on one of the health tests on the OFAs that you did.
I couldn't tell you. I told you
You
I
don't
didn't.
know?
I don't. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna be awful with all of those. Like
That's okay. I'm
It,
like, that's one I haven't heard of before.
Oh, I know. I did like a massive panel of it, and I was like, clear, cool. If there was like a carrier or anything that popped up, I would have been like, oh, and searched it. But like all of my mentors are like, do the genetic panels, and really those are kind of thankfully non-issues because we're testing them pretty diligently, at least in the like ethical breeding circle. But it's the hips and the elbows and the heart and eyes and stuff. That stuff that's really important.
Gotcha.
Yeah.